I got a seriously special video for you guys today. We are going on a guide trip with this guy. Oh, Salzy, dude.
What's up, man?
Where can they hit you on? Where can they hit you on Instagram and that?
AL_Bass_Meme Lord, YouTube, Alabama Bass Guide, Synchronicity.
Ryan does these absolutely cool trips. He gets in the boat with you and teaches you everything you want to learn. So we're gonna go on a guide trip, and you know me, dude. I'm gonna juice this for all the learning we can get. We're out here on Lake Wheeler. I got the Bogster, I got Ryan, and I know there's a bunch of bass out there. So before I get this thing started, I'm gonna start with my questions right off the bat. So Ryan, you're a guide. You're doing an in-boat trip basically today. What is the first thing that you evaluate when you get to the lake?
Water temperature, water clarity, and if they're biting. All right, guys, so we're breaking down Wheeler Lake today, and what I want to tell you is how I go about fishing a new lake. And basically all I do is idle in the mouth of the harbor I put in, and I drop the trolling motor and start fishing. So, and I just kind of fish what's in front of me, and I see what the lake has to offer. Right now, what I'm taking in is there's a buttload of current rolling down the river, and there's eelgrass actually on the side of the banks. I'm looking with the active target, and you can see the grass. So I can take in all this information, you know, really fast, and like, okay, I want to throw chatterbait in this grass and this current edge and just see what happens. And we already caught one. We caught like 1.5 pounds to start. And yeah, so now we're just kind of running with it. I'm checking this is more of a slack water area, eelgrass flat, so we're gonna bomb the chatterbait around and see what we catch.
Ryan's hooked up. On the old chatter donker again?
Oh, we got a little front side 5 action. Dude, they're just loading up on the bait today.
Yeah.
Got both hooked.
Loading, but chowing crossways.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, you're making Bog happy.
Hey, you know, put in, had a little bite on chatter chicken. I said, let's see if they're biting a crankbait.
The chatter chicken.
And they're biting a crank. Sideways.
Yeah. So a little tip for all you Lowrance, Ghost, and active target guys. Ryan literally jumped on my boat and immediately he's like, bro, you're not seeing far enough. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, turn your noise rejection off, right?
Yep, turn it
100% off. He's like, check it out. You're gonna get a little more interference. It might look a little blurry. You'll see those bands flying through, but you're gonna see past 80 feet. And that is absolutely huge for making those long casts, especially in clear water, to finicky fish, things along those lines, and just knowing what you're coming up on. So he's already made my boat bet. I should just come along for the ride, bro. Hashtag guide trip, right? This is awesome.
Side 5 seems to be a good
Dude,
bait.
that does seem to be the key, doesn't it?
Dude.
God, they're so fat, dude.
I said, Mikey, I looked up there with the active target. I said, look, they're shallow up there. First cast with it. I'm scared to bring him in like that because he's got that one hook. He shook the other one. They're pale. This is a dirty water fish, you can see, but look, they're eating, dude. This looks like Gunnersville fish back in the day. You know how stocky?
Little chunks, dude.
Little chunks.
So we just got out with Ryan. I already asked him, you know, what his first kind of factors and features are that he looks for when he gets on a body of water. Now he's been able to analyze them. So Ryan, what are your kind of top 3 baits thus far?
So top 3 baits so far is going to be a chatterbait, some kind of shallow running crankbait. I caught one on a Fritz side 5, but anytime you got cold water and a little stain, the tight wobbling crankbait is going to shine. And we got a little deeper section with some, you know, deeper grass. Hey, look here. And I tied on a chartreuse blueback. It's kind of a Tennessee River staple. But anytime you get a little stain in the water, I don't care if it's hot or cold, this color's on my deck. So third bait, it's gonna be a 10-foot diving crankbait.
Oh, Ryan's loaded. That is a bass fish. What kind of bass? Almost look like a spot a little bit.
Largemouth.
Largemouth.
We have found one on the Decatur Flats, ladies and gentlemen. Not a bad
On the
one.
Fritz side too.
On the Fritz side, dude.
Oh.
We have got a pattern going. Looky there. God. Solid bassy. I got cold mouths. Better fish too, feels like.
Where's he going? Is he going that way? Uh-oh.
He come off!
I was wondering about that.
That was a
He
big
was bolting, dude.
He was a big one.
Well, there's some more.
Okay.
There's some more. Ryan is schooling me, but this is kind of awesome, dude.
I felt it, dude. These head shakes were like left and right.
Check this boat out, dude. It's like what I used to have. Is that the 175 or the 195?
185.
185.
Yep.
That's bad to the bone, dude. This is Craig. Craig, you got YouTube too?
I don't have a YouTube, sadly.
Check him out at Craig Johnson on TikTok. He's a good buddy of Ryan, soon to be a good buddy of mine, dude, and a local hammer. It's all right, though. It's a bass.
We found a spot today.
Oh, Ryan wanted to roll over to this little spot where we got bit. Not a big one, but it's been kind of tough. And
guess what? We're going to take that.
yeah, we are going to take that, dude.
Yeah, I mean, front hook. Look, on a day like today, when you can hardly get a bite, and we had some locals come out here, and we haven't seen them catch a fish. Haven't seen anybody catch a fish. We even hired a guide, and he couldn't put us on no fish.
I was waiting for that, dude.
And I found a spot where I caught more than one, I found some. Once again, the frit side 5, and some kind of shad pattern. Don't know what this is called, but it's literally the only thing we've caught them on, other than one fish on chatterbait.
So Ron, the day hasn't actually played out like I figured, but it's interesting because this is where the guided trip kicks in. So we're making a bit of like an adaptation. Tell me a little bit about what you're thinking.
So, you know, we definitely made an adjustment. We gave the flats a solid 5.5 hours at least. And, you know, I'm not mad about the number of bites we had out there. We probably had 7 bass bites total, landed 4, maybe 5 of them, but we didn't get the big ones. We had 2 good bites. One was pretty big, never saw it, but and the other one might have been 3.5, 4 pounds, and it jumped off. They're in a mood. We got this weird weather coming in, and the water's cooled down about 5 degrees since Sunday. So anytime that kind of happens, my tried and true is hitting eddies just off the main current, because those fish gotta feed because they're burning energy to stay, you know, in that moving water, but they're just out of it. And we're, you know, same bait we've been throwing all day. It's this little bitty shad crankbait, and, you know, tight wobbling, finesse, cold water, they're lethargic. But when you get around one, they're not scared to eat this thing. You know, we just went 3 in a row back there, and on a day when it's been slow, it was a nice surprise. Come back.
Yeah.
That's a good fish. That's a good one.
Oh, big old largemouth.
He ate it too. It's gone.
Big old largemouth, bog.
I felt it hit it. He was chasing it. Let's choke, Mikey.
Oh,
It is
big old largemouth.
We finally got one.
Ryan is on a tear with the frit side, dude. That's a stop. That's the biggest largemouth we've caught. We've seen some bigger ones today, but boy, oh boy, that's what we were looking for.
Got her. That's a solid 3-pound fish. He's probably only 17 inches long, but that fish is fatter and fat. Woo, let's go.
Nice.
Come on.
Got one.
That's right.
I'm on the board, boys. On the board. Had to just pick up the Ned. Little guy.
Good one.
Oh, Bog's ready.
That's a good head shake. That's a good fish.
What do we got here? Be a good way to close out. That's a smallmouth, dude. That's 100% a smallmouth. Oh, Bog's wondering. Bog's wondering. Oh, the old head grab.
The Bass Pro Tour grab.
Ryan, what you done did, bro?
Hey, grinders don't quit, baby. And I done caught a nice little smallmouth.
That's a goldfish.
It's a goldfish, and he was barely hooked. He had both hooks, and he was shaking, jumping around, and I was like, I gotta grab this fish, and we got her in. But yeah, we just stuck to the river pattern, fishing eddy scenes with the crankbait. And I think if we, you know, we had it to do over again, we got on this pattern early, but we heard all the dock talk on the flats, and we wanted to go on the flats, and we caught some fish and had some good opportunities. But in the end, it's the river fishing that comes through.
So funny story about this. Ryan's like, you know what I usually do when I'm fishing? I like to wrap up where I started catching fish. And I'm like, Ryan, we have literally nothing to lose. It's been a tough day. Let's do it. So we roll right back over here, and lo and behold, dude, closes it out with a big goldfish. Dude, that is a hell of a way to end the day. So we're gonna wrap this thing up. Ryan, give me quick thoughts, kind of recap. Like, Ryan had a running kind of narrative as we went through the day, as things change, but tell me kind of your overall estimation. What actually happened today? How did it go? How did it go wrong too?
Okay, so I think it was a learning day. You know, we set out with the goal to let's break down Wheeler Lake as if we were kind of practicing and see where the fish are. So we started out, I said, I love to drop the trolling motor where I put in and start fishing. And I did that, and I actually got some quick bites here with this crankbait, and it ended up being this flat-sided 5-foot diving crankbait. This is a frit side, just a natural shad pattern. I love to stick with natural colors. But got a few bites, got those clues, and this, all right, I know where a few holes are on those flats, you know, with big stumps, and they've been coming up with big bags here, 24, 25 pounds. In like 20th place is 15 pounds. So they've been catching them on Wheeler. So we were like, we got to figure this out. And they're huge flats. So basically we devoted about 5.5, 6 hours of our day to grinding out there. And eventually we had enough of their own misery and we went back to the pattern we found this morning, and boom, instantly started catching fish. Mikey pulls out a Ned rig, boom, fish. I pull out the crankbait, boom, boom. I went on like a 3 or 4 fish flurry and just started getting bites. So if we had just fished the day and fished the pattern, we would have been catching fish all day, I believe. But, you know, this is what you have to do in tournament fishing a lot. You have to abandon something that's working to go check and make sure something else isn't working better. And I feel like we kind of accomplished our goal today. If we had to come back tomorrow, I think we could put a lot of fish in the boat with the pattern that we found. Shallow, flat-sided crankbaits, eddies down the river.
It was a really cool learning experience to see how Ryan like operates and adapts. I was kind of down, dude. I sat with 0 fish on the board for a big portion of the day, finally got one, but I also learned watching Ryan and sort of picked up on like the nuances, and it really became about that Fritz side. I enjoyed it, I learned a lot, and that's what today was about. Hit that like and subscribe button. Where can they find you?
Head on over to my YouTube, putting out a lot of content now. It's Alabama Bass Guide, and hit me up on Instagram. It's at @ALBassGuide_meme lord.
Bog is cold. Bog has seen some bass. We're gonna wrap this thing up. We will see you next time, guys. Back out on the water or from the garage talking fishing.